Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video and I'm working on a single page 6x8 layout for my Twin Cities album. And as you can see, it's about food and drinks. So this was our first night. We went out to dinner at a place called Clay Oven. It's an Indian restaurant and it was within a couple of blocks of the theater that we needed for our show that night. So this is a shot of, it's my friend who came up from St. Louis, myself and our other friend Holly. This is a shot of our drinks. And the food that we had samosas, we had naan. The garlic naan was very good. And then we tried an onion naan. None of us were really crazy about that. Normally I love onion. And this was like the purple red onion. It was a weird taste. I don't know what it was, but we all agreed like we would not order that again. So stick with the garlic naan. That's our lesson there. And then here you can see some of our dishes. I had a lamb dish. Don't remember what they had exactly, but everybody liked what they had. So we all thought it was delicious. It's the first time we had ever eaten at this place. So now we know we can go back there because we enjoyed it. So something I should point out is that because I do have two photos I want to use up here, I will need a photo flip for that pocket. I do have one made. It's over here. So it's already cut, folded, everything. So I can put that together. Obviously, I will need a card there. And I just realized, you know what? If I have a card on the inside of that, am I going to need to put this here? But then I don't like the way that looks because I wanted these to be separated. Maybe it's okay if there's a card here and on the inside here. It might depend on what I find because I haven't looked yet, but I need two cards of some type that are related to food since we were out to dinner. I've grabbed out a bunch of my food themed things. So I have this whole bag that's all kinds of stuff. It's wood veneer, chipboard, ephemera pieces, stickers of all types. Like there are puffy stickers, chipboard stickers, like everything that you could think of, it's in here. And then I also grabbed out my 3x4 cards that are food related. I have quite a few. So really, I just need to go through the cards first, I think. And I have to be careful about the colors I choose maybe. Like I was thinking, ooh, I kind of like this sort of burnt orange color, but I think there's a lot of that happening. And there's brown tones in there too. It's like, this is a lot of brown already. So maybe not that. Maybe I need more of a yellowy color. This is kind of orange yellow. This was mango lassi. If you've never had it, you should. It's delicious. I pretty much love anything mango, so I love this. So that's what that is. And then my lamb dish, and actually all of these dishes do have kind of like a mustardy color to them, a darker yellow with maybe a little orange. So I don't know. I could pick any of those, and then maybe even green, because you can see I've got green here, 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 and then on the border of the windows there. So at least it does give me a couple color choices to start with here. Right away, I have found one card already that I want to use, or think I do. I'm thinking color-wise it's great. We'll just see how things get put together. And I do want to take that photo flip out of there. So this is the first card that I've picked. I like the color of it. It's kind of in between all of this. It's not exactly as dark as this, but there's definitely, you know, an orange tone to that, orangey with a tan or something. But I'm wondering if this one might be better to put on the inside. Because of that, then it's not what you first see. Like it could be here, so that when this flips up, it's way up top and you don't see it. And then maybe I need something brighter, like this color, to be here to really bring that out. And then also, do I have an embellishment? Something that I could use here, or a phrase label even, that would bring that out. I don't know. But for now, I do like this particular card. I'm going to keep it, but I reserve the right to change my mind. If I figure out, nope, that color doesn't go and I shouldn't be using it, I need something else, then I'll change. For the card that's going to go here, I have two options. And that's if I keep this one. Otherwise, I could use both of these that I'm about to show you, but I kind of want to keep this one. So this is the first one. And at the bottom, it just said, would eat here again. And then you fill in your stars, or I could just imply it was 5 stars. I kind of like that. It's not perfect to this. It's definitely more orange, but I do like it. And it gives me journaling space, which is great. So I have that option. I also have this one, which I really like. At first I'm like, do I want it to say yummy? That seems kind of like not refined or something. And this was a nicer place, you know. We had a refined dinner, I guess you'd say. So I was a little uncertain about that, but the more I look at it, I love it. I love that it's got the little heart as if it's like social media. It's got lines for if I want to journal. That adds to the visual interest, I think. And I love that it says good food, good times, because we had a great time at dinner before we went. So I'm really leaning towards this one. So actually, let's do this. Let's pretend like this is going to be up top. So it would sit in the album like this. You'd see this yellow one, and then this would open up, and you'd see that up top. So at least they're not like next to each other. And I think like that, those colors work. I don't think this is that distracting. And I don't have to journal in both. I could put an embellishment in there of some type, which is great. And I have food stamps. Where are they? Here, right here, I think. Yeah. I have some stamps that have food sayings on them. I could take one of those, stamp it in there, and that's it. I don't have to journal on it, and it would be done, and I could just do my journaling here. I have already adhered this photo on there because I know I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm not going to stamp on it or add embellishments or anything, so it's fine to be on there. I've been working on this, and I think I found something. On this sheet of chipboard, I have this one that says super picky, and that's me when it comes to Indian food and Thai food, because I've had some bad stuff. So I'm a little picky about where I go and what I order. And this was like, it surpassed my expectations. So I feel like I'm warranted to kind of put that on there just to say, you know, yeah, I saw it online. It had good reviews, but I still was like, I don't know. Should we try it? We decided to do it. Luckily, it was successful. So I can put that there. And then I'm going to pick out a phrase from one of these stamps to put in this little spot there. Maybe it'll be good eats. Would that fit? Yep, that's small enough. So really it has to be about that size or maybe a little bit bigger than that phrase. All right, so I have stamped on there and I attached this. So now that is all ready to go, the inside of the flip anyway. Now I need to put this on the top and get a little tag so that it will indicate that you're supposed to lift up. So I will do that next. I have picked out the tab that I want to use, and I originally thought maybe I would go brown because of all the colors, but then I thought, no, I've got too much of that brown, darker yellow, this sort of muted orange / tan color. So I decided to go with green since I had mentioned it before. It will match because there's a little green peeking out there, and then around those windows like I mentioned. So I think having this little pop of color will be good. So I'm going to attach it here. Actually, I should have cut it first. Now I've got adhesive on it, so it's fine. I'm kind of wasting it because I could have cut it in half and saved some. But I have these as digital files, so I have plenty that I can reprint and cut out. So there, that feels pretty good. And then this will just go right on top. Oh, wait a minute, before I do that, do I want to add anything to this? So when you open up, you're going to see I have an embellishment there. I'll journaling here. Actually, if I were going to do anything, it would probably be down here in this corner. Ooh, I could stamp something maybe. So I won't stamp anything here. And I will just attach this where it needs to be. Pretty even there, I think so. So here's the flip. Oops, there we go. All right, so actually let's put that in there, see how it looks in the pockets. So these will sit like this. And you'll see that. So yeah, I really won't have anything on the front of this if I don't stamp. So I will stamp something here. I could also do something here. up top if I really wanted to. It's not super obtrusive because it's not an embellishment or anything. It's just stamping. So I will look at the rest of these phrases and see which other ones I like. All right, I did my first round of stamping. I did this one. It says love this restaurant. And I realized it's a little crooked. It's not perfectly straight, but I don't care. The table's kind of a mess with a bunch of stuff anyway, so I think it works. It's fine. So I have that. I did use my Stays On ink because I was stamping right on the photo, which means it's a slick surface. I don't want that to smear, so I used Stays On. And I like that. Now I'm going to figure out what to use up top for this one. So I'm actually going to have to take it out of the pocket and then figure out what I want to stamp. And actually I'll leave it like this so I can get it as flat as possible. I have selected my other stamp and it says Good Food and Company, which is perfect. I'm going to do that here. I think I forgot to mention both of those stamps I had not used before. So I did season them. I used a pencil eraser to just go over it to season it before I stamped, and it worked fine. I also always do a test, so I have that here. So I'm going to do the same thing here just to make sure that we're good to go. So I've already seasoned it. So now I'm just going to do test stamping to make sure I've got good ink coverage, and I do. There is the other stamping I did, and it's a little off center, but actually I wanted it that way because I was trying to fit it into this window here, because if I put it over the green, it's not going to show up as well. So let's put all these in here, back in here, and see if I need to do anything else. Obviously I need to do my journaling on the card, but I can do that off camera. I just want to see, how do these all look together? Do I need anything else? Does the stamping look good? All of that. All right, let's take a peek here. What do we think? That's the front. I actually like it that I kept that simple and didn't do embellishments, that it's just stamping there, because then when you flip, you have the embellishment there. And more stamping, so it feels cohesive to me. I think this one is done. Other than my journaling, of course. I think it's done. So here's another one finished for the Twin Cities. Thanks for watching.